Welcome to workout 1 in phase 1 of our core recovery program. All you're gonna need is a chair. Now, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more for this exercise, for this workout, you can use a stability ball, but make sure that when you're seated, your hips and your knees are in line with each other and your knees and your ankles are in line with each other, creating a nice 90-degree angle. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna begin with the 360 breathing or the diaphragmatic breathing. You're gonna grab your hands, place them just underneath your rib cage, and then when you inhale through your nose, think about bringing you the breath through your rib cage, 360, feeling the expansion from the front, sides, and back. And then as you exhale, you're gonna bring your navel to your spine, kind of like you're blowing out some birthday candles, and you're gonna breathe out until all the air has been released. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Inhale through the nose, and exhale. Good. And exhale. And as you're doing this, try not to do the chicken dance. We want to keep our chest and our shoulders nice and quiet and our spine in a neutral position. Really engaging the core on the exhale. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and go right into pelvic tilts. So keeping your hands on your hips, you're going to create a slight curve in your spine as you tilt your pelvis forward, and then you're going to release and create a curve in your lower spine in the opposite direction. And then as you contract your muscles in, really keep that core nice and engaged. And then as you release out, have a nice and relaxed position. Kind of like a sitting cat-cow. Good. Now if you want to add a little bit of extra movement, when you bring the pelvis in, you can lift your toes up, and then as you release, you can lift the heels up off of the ground. Don't forget to keep breathing. Good. In 3, 2, and 1. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and bring my hands to my shoulders, and we're going to start with some seated marches with the right leg. We're going to try and bring our right knee to our chest, but thinking about keeping our sit bones nice and parallel and square with each other, trying not to shift your weight to either side. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more stability for this, you can go ahead and bring your hands back to your hips or even on top of your thighs. But I'm going to keep them on my shoulders for now. In 3, 2, and go ahead and switch sides. Don't forget to keep breathing. Really engaging that core. In 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now we're going to bring our hands on the sides of our thighs, feet planted and grounded into the floor. We're going to lengthen our spine forward, reaching out and up in front of us. And back. And then as you lift your arms, you want to try to keep your shoulders externally rotated and bringing your arms parallel to your ears. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and exhale, hinge forward, and hold. And one more time, inhale, and exhale, keeping that core engaged. And inhale, and exhale, engaging the core. Good, last one, inhale, and exhale, hold at the bottom for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Let's go ahead and do that all over again. Back into 360 breathing. Hands just below the rib cage. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Really feeling your fingers expand as you inhale, and then feeling them tighten back together on the exhale. Good. In 3 and 1. Let's go ahead and go straight into our pelvic tilts. So you can go ahead and bring your arms above your head now. Contract those abdominal muscles. Raise the toes off the ground. Release and heels off of the ground. Toes off the ground when you contract. Heels off the ground as you extend. Good. Now, as we're doing this, try and think about relaxing your shoulders. Try not to allow them to creep up towards your ears. You want to be in a nice neutral position. And we're isolating our upper back body from the lower body. So as much as we want to kind of pop our chest out, we really want to just think about pulling up the pelvis and down. Up and down. Now your chest will move a little bit, but it's really focusing on that contraction and expansion. Good. In 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and go back into our marches, but this time with the hands up in the air. With the right leg, let's get to it. Nice and slow. Knees to chest. Make sure that you're constantly in a stable position with your sit bones and hips nice and squared and parallel to each other. If you're starting to feel a little bit unstable, you can bring your hands back to your shoulders or back to your hips. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Good. Relax those shoulders. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and go back to the hinge. Reach forward and down. Really feeling the feet grounded into the floor. You should feel a slight extension in your hamstrings. And your glutes and your hamstrings will be activated doing this exercise as well. Now, if you want to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge, you can go ahead and raise your arms above your ears and go ahead and go up and over, really extending the spine up and reaching over in front of you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale, reach down and hold. 3, 2, 1, and back up. One more time. And exhale and hold, engaging that core. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and do that 2 more times. And exhale. In 3, 2, 1. Last time. Hold, engage that core in 3, 2, 1. This wraps up workout 1 in phase 1 of our core recovery program. Now, these seated exercises are extremely important because they help to minimize strain while allowing your muscles to move with controlled movements. We will be repeating this workout 3 times throughout the entire phase so that your muscles can develop competency of the movements. Catch you on workout number 2.